Hello? Are there people here already? Yeah, I'm here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Chaplain. Hello, Game Dev. Yep. Let's do it live. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I need to pin a link. Oh boy, I don't remember how to do that. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Okay, take care of that echo. Aha. There's my chat. Yes, thank you, Janice. Hello, Janice. Happy Friday night. How do we do the stream link yard? You know what I'm talking about. StreamYard link. I totally forgot. Invite on bottom. Oh, this. Invite is on. Oh, there it is. Copy. Okay. Okay, guys. Got it. Okay. Hang on, I need to mute myself. I've got a message. Hi, everyone. Hi, Andy. Hi, Arturo.
Well,
You're on, Chaplain. Hi, Arturo.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, but you've got noise in the background.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
You've got an echo. Yep, but you've got noise in the background.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
You've got an echo.
Yes, I do.
Yep, you've got an echo, Chaplain. I muted you until you got that fixed. Okay. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday evening. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Arturo. Hello, everyone. Whoop, Chaplain left. Okay. He's fixing his echo. Right. It's all grease and butter. Hey, let's see. We've got Carrie in the house. And we've got Andy. Hi.
I just thought I'd come on and say hello. I've never come on and seen you face to face.
No, you haven't. And I will put my face up. Hang on a minute. I know you've never seen
me. Hi, Carrie. Nice to meet you.
You've never seen me, so hang on. And now how do I do my camera? Oh, that's funny. Oh, I know. Hi.
Here you are.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Much nicer than the picture.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, Carrie. Can you hear me okay? We can't hear you.
You're muted, Carrie.
You're muted.
How you been?
Good.
Good.
I've been good. I've been just fine. Just kind of a little battle weary, but I'm fine.
Yeah, I went through hell physically since beginning of December, so I'm finally doing better.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad you're doing better. I've heard you've just been sick and yeah,
Well,
not
it
feeling.
was some fucking flu, but
Uh-huh.
it affected everything. My sight, my
Oh,
hearing, everything. It was the strangest thing.
wow.
I was feeling better, and we went out to the park. And as soon as I got outside and started driving, my eyes wouldn't focus in the distance, and it was
Mm-hmm.
scaring the living hell out of me.
Yeah, the
I
camera.
came home and I put on a pair of glasses from 2 years ago, and they're perfectly in focus. It's like my prescription went backwards for the first time in my life. That
Wow.
was really strange.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Hmm.
That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Huh. No, I don't get that. Hi, Ruba. Hi, Live with Joshua.
There's
Carrie,
Aruba.
can we hear you now? Rachel, you're in my camera. Hang on, guys. I got to shut off my camera. My daughter's in the background. That is not supposed to happen.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah, that is not supposed to happen. Let her get out of my room. My God. Whoops.
Can you hear us, Carrie? Nod if you can hear us. No?
You can't hear us at all, Carrie? Maybe back out and try coming in again. Yeah, maybe you need to back out and try coming in again. No, Mechanic Eric, we didn't do anything. I've got some private chats. Hang on. This is so much more for me to pay attention to. You can hear. Okay. Okay, I'm glad you can hear, Carrie, but we can't hear you. Oh, you left. Okay.
Hi, Eric. Good to see you.
Yeah, Eric has really been busy working on his new channel.
Yeah, I've been trying to catch it every day.
Me too. I've gone there a couple times. Hello, Game Dad.
Hello.
Hi.
So I think I figured it out.
Cool.
I have to give you a link that goes to my my team link. So I have to share a team link for it with you.
Oh,
I'll put it in the back chat right now.
okay.
And to use mine, I do believe you have to use that Teams link. I'm not
Okay.
for sure, but I went to my own panel and I seen that it said Teams link. I'm like, what in the world is that? So I copied that and pasted that to you. I don't know
I
if that's
see.
right or not, but I don't know. I could be
Okay.
wrong.
All right. We shall see. So, nice link. So if I click that link, will that mess up this one?
Well, it'll pull you. Well, you're in Windows, right? So it'll just basically open up a new window.
Game dev.
Yeah.
Game dev. Present your desktop and go to your StreamYard for us.
Hold on.
Open up a new StreamYard window and then share it.
I got you.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
Not too bad. Hi, Andy.
I've been enjoying your daily streams. It's nice to have something to pop into.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to kind of grow a life of its own where people just kind of go in there and chat. I don't have to be in there all the time pumping it up, but
You'll
yeah.
have to pull it up. It's down there. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So go to members.
yeah,
Go to members.
there.
Okay. Then you go and see you have no seats
It's already
left.
added.
You did
Yeah,
that.
it's already added.
Hide that. Hide that. That's her email. Whatever.
It's
All right,
okay. It's on my community tab. It's
Yeah,
all right.
So okay. So you went to your email and you opened up whatever came in your email from him, right?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And she
clicked the link,
accepted it.
And as
All
you
right.
can see, it says that she's accepted.
All right. What about the three
Yeah.
circles here? What about the three dots by the admin? See what menu pops up there. Nope,
Remove
that's
from
just-
team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So as you can see, when I go to mine, it says up here it's a Teams link.
Yeah.
So if I go back to this,
You shouldn't need that.
well, I think because she's already added, as you can see, like I can go to destinations
Yeah.
and it has my channels, past
Yeah.
my broadcasts that I've done.
Yeah, see, the problem is we need to do it from her side because I've shared an account with somebody before, being the non-owner, being the sharee, and there's a menu that she needs to click on her screen.
Oh, that's what it
She
is.
might have
She-
to log in directly through StreamYard and not try to link it when she's already in YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she logs into her StreamYard, but then
Okay,
there's a
good.
button that she hits
Yeah, at the
That-
top
that-
right.
that then sits here and gives her an option to pick the other channel, which would be Game Devs. And that gets her into his side of the profile.
Yeah, I know.
and then
I did that with Robert. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what she needs to do, but I don't remember, it's been a little while, what button she's got to hit to get there.
It's top right. You got to click on user or whatever the hell it is, and you'll stream down. You'll see your channel and the alternates that you're on.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, Red Cactus, since you're on a computer, you can just open a second tab and look for what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Open the second StreamYard tab.
Yeah, you're not going to go into it, you're just going to, and I mean, you can do the present thing too and show us that tab,
Yeah.
and then we can kind of show you what we're talking about.
Okay, hang on, guys.
Because
Hey,
I
stop.
know.
You guys are asking me to do things I don't have a freaking clue. So hang on. Okay,
Yeah.
I
one at
learned
a
it. I
time.
learned it all being on global. They put me
One
on
at a
to-
time.
Everybody has 3 devices going.
Okay, I've got another StreamYard tab open. What's next?
Top right corner, there should be something that says user, or the very top right, if I remember correctly.
Top right says upgrade and my account.
Go to
That's
my
it.
account, click on my account, see if it brings you a list of your channel and Dev's channel.
The only email I see is mine. It says referrals, billing, account sections.
That's not it. There must
Okay.
be something else up there.
Do you see the button on the bottom that says present? On the other window, not the window you're in now, but the main StreamYard window that we're in?
Yes, I do.
Okay, hit present,
Okay.
share screen.
Present, share screen.
Yeah, and then you can pick, screw it, pick entire screen.
Pick the second StreamYard window you opened
Yeah.
and share.
Yeah,
it.
not
Have us.
But if she does entire screen when she switches over to that window, we'll see it.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
doing
why I
this
was.
from memory from a year ago. I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
in a
Okay,
while.
there we go.
All right, so now open up the other tab. Oh,
which that is the other.
oh,
tab.
okay, this is it. Members. Go to members once.
It's just
Not
me.
members. Team settings. Oh no, team. It's on my team.
Yeah.
Click the mine team on the top. Up by stream where it says StreamYard on the top. Click that. Then you go to
There it is.
Game Crashers. There you go.
There it is.
And then you go you go to destinations. You go to destinations,
And you add your destination.
and this is where you have to add your YouTube on his account. So you add destination. Don't do it here and now, but you add your destination. You put your YouTube stuff in, and then you'll go to broadcast, and then you make sure that you click your YouTube channel instead of Game Devs. Otherwise, you'll be broadcasting on his channel. But that's how you do it.
Oh,
Yeah, you can
Okay.
broadcast on mine if you want, but just tell people, hey, I stole Game Dev's account.
Yeah.
So fuck-
See how easy this is once I can see what's on your screen there, Red Cactus.
yeah.
So there you go. That's how you do it. So
Okay, so there you go. Now you've got access to a StreamYard that is unlimited. You can stream
Yep.
as many hours as you want.
all right,
think-
and you
I
can
think
turn
I'm
off your screen share.
I think I'm confused because I was confusing this with Restream, which I was also using,
Yeah.
and
And
it's
you can
completely
also
different.
go in. You can go in and change the color because mine's set to purple. You can change it to green if you want. I don't care.
Purple's my favorite color, so we're good.
Yeah, purple's my favorite
Yep.
color too.
So
There we go.
so So yeah,
Somebody's
basically,
echoing.
yeah, somebody is. It's not me.
Not me.
It's Carrie.
Gary,
It's Carrie.
I'm gonna mute you until you fix it. Thank you. Okay.
All right. So yeah, so like I said, you go up to that tab that I showed you. You pick game devs,
Hello.
and then you got to go to destinations, and you have to, because you're doing it on his channel, you have to add your YouTube again, because now you're
Okay.
putting it on his channel, not yours.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you know,
Got it.
and then you just got to remember to pick your destination when you start it, when you start a new stream on his channel.
Yeah. No
So,
problem.
Okay. So there
Yeah.
you go. Boom.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Not
you.
not a problem. Not a problem. I'm glad I could help. I'm gonna
I
bounce
appreciate
out of here.
Okay.
You know,
I
Fry,
know you-
Derek,
Fry, take it. You know, I win, you lose. Ha ha. Okay. Well, we seem to be the two really techie guys, you know, out of the thing, and it's kind of like who knows more, me or Fry, you know. So we're kind of tit for tat here.
So,
So
we'll build this to Fry then.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, no, this is just fun. This is just fun competition, though. You know who.
One weekend rate service call should be quite expensive. We'll do it.
Yeah, bill it to Fry. That's good. Bill it.
That's what
I'll take the credit. He can get billed for it. Gotcha. All right. Catch you guys later.
Bye bye. Thank you. Hello, Mrs. Vic BC.
I think Fry just told me where to go
It's possible.
again.
Too funny. That is funny. Alrighty. So how is everybody tonight?
We're doing okay. Too goddamn much snow here, but we're doing all right.
Well,
I
good.
was
I'm
getting,
glad you're doing
I was
good.
getting an echo.
You were getting what?
I was getting an echo when Mechanic was on.
Oh,
Yeah, if you on StreamYard, you have to go back and either close your YouTube or mute your YouTube, or you'll be picking up one and broadcasting it on the other.
yeah,
Somebody
exactly.
has two audios on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically
Not
using
right.
two mics. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I always do that. When I go live first, and then I immediately turn off the volume on my YouTube. Because
Yeah,
I use
I-
Prism.
I
in the
turn off
morning.
the volume on my YouTube. I turn my computer volume down to about 30%, or else the StreamYard just deafens me
Exactly.
because I use headphones all the time.
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
on. Hello, Two Finger. How are you? So Mrs. T Vic BC is having a quiz tonight. Okay, cool. Sounds good. That works. So what are we talking about tonight? I kind of made it open topic. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about?
Not really. I really enjoyed your neighborhood walks.
Oh, thank you.
That is a beautiful area you're in.
It is. It is. I don't know if you've checked into it or not. But
A
Green-
little bit. I Googled where you were, and I looked at some real estate prices and just a little bit about your area.
Uh-huh.
Quite
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
I'm not allowed to cross the border yet because I'm not a big fan of grape Kool-Aid, but prices, if you know what I'm
Oh, I
referring
see.
to.
I see. Yes, I do.
Grape Kool-Aid.
Your genius president hasn't removed that restriction on Canadians yet.
It has to be strawberry for me.
Strawberry. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Chaplain, I muted your mic again because you're still you still have an echo. So I don't know if you have a device on still. I don't know if you have a device on still or not.
No,
Okay. I can hear you clear. Nice. I can hear you.
it shouldn't be on at all. There shouldn't be no echo at all.
I can hear you. It's all good. Okay, cool. So we're all here. So you guys talk so I can finish eating my dinner, would you?
Your dinner.
My dinner.
Hello,
I need to
Chaplain.
eat my
You can
dinner.
finally get to see what I look like.
Trying to see who you are. Kind of heard
Andy.
seeing light.
Andy,
Yeah, that's Andy.
Andy, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Andy, I'm Chaplain Jethro.
we've chatted many a time.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, Andy's from, well, he's usually up on panel with Robert with lead guitar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Robert.
But tonight I decided to do it because I wanted to.
And I just thought I'd hop on and say hello.
I appreciate it. I really do. How is Lead anyway? I haven't seen him all day.
He's right now. He's still on Nathan's. Do you
Oh,
over
Okay.
there right now? You've got Dan, Robert, Deb, Wanda, and Hector are all over there. I was on
Oh,
for a
cool.
while with them.
WD-40.
Okay.
WD-40.
Yep. Hector, yep.
yeah. Hector's always on a panel. Is that what Nathan does? Is panels? I have no idea.
They've been on for 72 or 73 days nonstop now.
Oh, okay.
They've all just been going on and keeping the thing running. They refresh every 12 or 24 hours just so that the stream doesn't start to lag on them.
Uh-huh.
There's a link to their channel in the private chat if you want to see where they are.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I want to go see what they're up to. A 73-day stream?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yep. Deb gets on there and sometimes she's on there alone and you hear her talking as she's doing all her office work at the same time. But
Oh,
she's just keeping the panel open.
Oh, wow.
And they do a few trivia games and they just generally chat back and forth.
Oh, that's so neat.
It is
I
nice.
didn't know anything about that. That's cool.
And Hector plays DJ and cranks music up in the background. And
Hector plays DJ?
yep.
Oh, he's holding out on all of us. He did.
I got to hear his radio voice.
I've been around long enough on these panels that I've known Hector a long time.
I guess so, because the man just doesn't normally talk a whole heck of a lot.
Oh, he doesn't talk a lot, but he just plays the music.
Okay, that's what he likes to do.
Watching my phone every second.
Okay, that's cool. I just subscribed. Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, there's not that many panels I go to because I don't want the drama.
Oh, I hear
So
you.
I enjoy being with you and Princess and Robert's panel and of course Rob and Tanya when they do something that's actually on a time that I'm conscious because they're 3 hours different time zone than I am.
Oh, me too. They are. I think they're on California time, and I'm on Mountain time.
I'm
And-
East Coast, so I'm Eastern
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah, it's way late for you, and I stay up till 10 maybe. So that's about it. So I don't catch theirs all the time. Hello, Rick. Hello,
Well,
Carol.
I retired 2 years ago, so I was doing rotating 12-hour shifts, so my sleep pattern was so screwed up that I don't know what time I'm awake anymore.
Oh, got you. That would really mess with you. Yes, I understand that one.
Yeah, and
Silly
it
Rick.
didn't start until I was 50, so it was hard to get into the swing of it.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. Hi, Carrie, you're back. Can you hear
I
us,
had an
Carrie?
open page hidden, so it was playing. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can
Hi.
you hear me? Okay.
Yes. Very cool. Welcome in.
Thank
I
you.
know one thing I don't. His Dexcom. You can't get this thing wet.
What's up, Chaplain?
Oh, I'm wearing Dexcom and I hate it.
You're what?
I'm using Dexcom as my blood sugar monitor.
Oh,
Absolutely
Oh.
hate it.
Oh, okay. I think I have One Touch.
It's okay, isn't it?
That's the one I use is
Oh, yeah,
One
the
Touch.
sugar's fine. That's not the problem.
Yeah, I use One Touch too.
Do you, Dev?
Yeah.
See, I'm not going to start preaching or anything, but I'm just going to simply say this. The way that I eat now, I've got my type 2 diabetes in as much remission as it can be. Like my A1C is 5.6. I've lost like 50 pounds. I don't take any of my meds anymore.
I remember you talking about that on one of your walks about how you basically stopped all your medications and you've never felt better.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
very impressed with
I'm
that.
working towards that goal now.
Yeah.
I was
Go ahead, Game Dev. Go ahead.
I was at 7.5 last year. I'm at 7.1 now.
Okay.
I've been cutting a lot of the chocolate out. That's the only thing I eat that has a lot of sugar is chocolate.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, my A1C is dropping too, but
Good.
now, and I haven't taken any other medications anymore.
Nice.
I used to get really badly dizzy, not from the BPPV, but just like every time I would take the metformin stuff, it would make me dizzy. They're like, "Oh, keep taking it. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you." I stopped taking it, and I feel so much better.
That's what I was
Stay
on with
away,
metformin.
stay away from that name.
What? Metformin?
My wife, the acid from it, just eat her
Still
organs
got
out.
you on there.
Really?
That form.
Yes.
She still got you on there.
Yes.
Huh.
Get off that stuff.
Because not the ketoacidosis, but the other acidity, whatever,
What's the
you know,
difference?
brain,
Okay, Andy.
heart.
They're talking
Everything.
out against it.
Right.
The side effects is extreme.
I was on metformin for years. I personally took metformin for years, and it didn't bother me at all. Didn't
Well,
bother me,
That-
but I just,
Yeah,
Yeah, he still got you on there.
that's what the doctor diagnosed,
right.
and I can't do anything because they want to do class action.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I stopped taking, let's see.
Gotta watch how we say it.
Yeah, I understand. I stopped taking my meds, I think, back in September or October. Trying to remember. One of those months. I just stopped taking all of them. And I feel tremendously better. Like my A1C is 5.6. It's 5.6. So that's pre-diabetic, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have a lot of sugar issues anymore. I've dropped a ton of weight. All kinds of things. So,
Good.
yeah, I am doing much better health-wise.
Do as much natural as possible.
Yes, exactly. Like if I can take something food-wise that helps with what I need. For instance, eating fruit for my vitamin C instead of
Just
what?
regular vitamins.
That was funny. Pizza guy showed up at the door, and the dog didn't jump.
Hungry?
Not for me, thanks, guys. But dog was sleeping. She didn't even wake up. She didn't hear the car pull in. She didn't hear the guy knock on the door. It was funny as hell.
Oh my goodness.
Have to give the dog hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Carol's leaving already? Bye, Carol.
Okay.
You can't. Okay. You can't. I don't see why you can't. Okay. Bye, Carol. Bye. So yeah, I eat what do I eat? Blueberries and pineapple for my vitamin C is what I eat. And then everything else is taken care of, So I don't have to worry about it. My sugar's under control. Everything's under control. I lost a ton of weight.
My candy is I go to the health food store and I buy dried pineapple, dried kiwi, dried mango, dried papaya,
Mm-hmm.
and I keep a Tupperware container of that, and that's my snack.
Nice.
It's not cheap, but it's much healthier than buying chocolate bars or chips.
Right. Exactly. I used to eat like a half bag of Doritos for dinner. I'm not kidding. All the time. And not anymore. I just don't eat that stuff. And see, the thing is, I thought I was eating good. Ha! And when I started eating this way, I've just gone straight to it. You know, I'm just like, that's it. I'm eating all this good meat, all this good protein, the grass-fed stuff. It tastes so good.
It
And I
does.
can have bacon and eggs when I want. And I just have to avoid sugar and dairy and bread and, you know, the white devils. I'm going to start talking like Fry now. But anyway,
There's something to be said for it, though.
there really is, Andy. It really does make a difference. You know?
Well, I always tried to eat healthy when I was working. I had the
Mhm.
luxury, the lab I worked in, I had all the basic kitchen. I had a fridge and a microwave and a toaster oven, a kettle, that sort of thing. But I was still eating too much processed food.
Right.
And now we don't do that.
That's a good thing. That is a very good thing. Casey eats oranges for vitamin C. Absolutely.
Can't
Yeah.
afford to buy oranges here.
You can't afford. Okay. How much are they?
You're probably talking close to $2 an orange.
Holy crap.
Wow, what?
This is Canada, man.
Oh,
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it all has to be imported because you guys don't have the climate for it.
Yep.
That,
And our groceries are so obscenely expensive here.
Oh, wow. I never even
but
thought
isn't-
about that.
isn't like your minimum wage like extremely high too, though?
Not really. Minimum wage here, you can't afford a one-bedroom apartment if you work full time. It's got to be
Wow.
that expensive here.
Here, work a full time job, and you don't even get to live in your own place.
No, I retired. I retired 2 years ago. The last job I worked, I had gone back to school when I was 45 and did an engineering degree. So I lucked into 2 really good jobs before I retired, and I was able to bank most of what I made. That's the only reason I could ever afford to retire, because none of these places have a pension plan anymore. So you invest or you have nothing when you retire.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I did well, and I was able to retire at 58.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Give us all your money, or you got nothing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep. Exactly.
No, I didn't work at a bio lab, Rick.
Bio lab.
Mine was much more fun. I did destructive testing in a test lab.
Nice. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it wasn't that terrific. I worked in a metal factory,
Uh huh.
and I did destructive testing on all the metal samples to figure out their strength.
Right.
Oh, I love doing that. That's
It was-
a lot
it's
of
for-
carbon play.
It was for automotive, so I was testing aluminum. It had to be soft enough to form into the shape you want, but hard enough not to be dentable by your fingertip and not tear when they tried to. Like, there's a bunch of different criteria you have to test for. The surface has to be smooth enough that you don't see the lines through the paint, all that sort of thing.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
More precise than I thought.
Oh yeah, I tested things to within a 10,000th of a millimeter, and
Oh,
did X-ray
okay.
testing to find out what the surface coating, if it was sufficient. Pretty in-depth stuff. That's why I got paid well.
Nice. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I
And that
learned the
mic-
same kind of stuff when I was in engineering too.
What branch of engineering?
It was social engineering.
Was what?
Actually, it was actually all three, because I went for computer-aided drafting in ITT Tech, and
Okay.
they just so happened to shut down 2 months before I got my degree.
Well, what I worked with a lot of robots in the lab, so I did robotic and PLC programming as well as all the different testing, metallurgical
Yep,
testing. Yep.
Yep, I've got a robot arm right here on my desk that I designed.
Nice.
That's funny. Yeah, I use an Arduino controller for it.
Okay.
Another tech guy.
Who knew?
Yeah, I completely changed fields. After high school, I studied chemistry and biology, so I kind of completely switched fields.
Wow. Yeah, I'd say so. That's for sure. I'm still eating, guys. Sorry.
Still eating.
Yep.
I did a dumb thing this evening. We cooked dinner. I went to get my food and dropped my towel and grabbed the frying pan at the same time.
Oh, Carrie.
Hurt my left hand.
Oh my goodness. You okay?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Now Rick's calling me a crash test dummy. That's more close to the truth, Rick.
Nowadays, I think we all are.
Hey, hi Gary. How are you? And Fry did AutoCAD at work. He went to college to learn. Wow.
Yep.
All of you guys are tech savvy. It's nice to know.
Just don't get like me and forget all of it.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me, Carrie. I lost most of what I learned in college,
Tell me about it.
and I changed it into game development because now I just use my skills that I learned to create things to create games.
Right.
My son-in-law just completed his electrical tickets, so he's a licensed electrician. One of the classes he had to take was a PLC programming. So he called me up and said, "Can you come over and give me a hand? Can I come over and give me a hand with this? I'm having problems with this." So he brought everything over, and as I'm sitting here going, "I just studied this 10 years ago. How do I not remember the basics of logic controller programming?" I'm still mad at myself. Amazing how quickly you lose things when you don't use them.
Oh yeah, especially with programming. Programming is one of the things that drop out of your mind really quickly.
Really quick.
Couple
Really?
months of not using a language, you have to basically sit there and read it for a while to remember what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Start all over. Yeah, I was trying to set up a web page this week, and it's all changed because you used to have to use the loader to load it in. And I remember working on the blowing palm tree for AOL. Remember America Online?
Oh boy, do we
And,
ever!
and I worked with the Orlando Sentinel and everybody to get that put on the America Online. I can't remember how to do it.
Yeah, while everybody was on AOL, I was on Juno.
You know, yeah.
Oh, I remember Juno.
Started out as an email service, and then it became an internet service for dial-up.
Right.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Especially when I was living in motels and stuff, I would like take my computer with me, and they would be like, "You're keeping the phone on all night." Yeah, well, I'm on the internet. You don't know it.
Yeah. A lot of sleepless nights. Working on the buttons and everything for the internet. Oh boy, you name it. And now all they have to do is push a button and they've got their button or what have you.
Rick
Yeah,
says
like-
if you're going out for coffee and ice cream, don't forget to bring the cinnamon donuts.
Yeah, I like the new way to make websites. It's so much easier. You just go to a generator, you pick out a template, and then you just edit the template to your liking. So much
Right.
easier than writing it by hand.
The only thing is I worked with Wix and I ended up with 4 pages. I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, you can there's actually a button that you click to make a new page, and if you accidentally refresh it, it keeps creating them. It's very
That's
annoying.
what I did.
Yeah,
That's what I did.
yeah. That refresh button on Wix is it's evil. Whatever you do,
I
don't
see.
ever hit refresh on Wix.
I
actually had I actually had to destroy a few websites because I hit refresh, and the next thing you know, there's like 8 of the same element on the page, and I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Right. And I'm thinking, boy, what did I do?
I'm sure Cactus doesn't want to hear all this.
Yeah, probably not.
All right. Well, I just finished eating. So
Do you work at Cactus?
Andy, you're breaking up.
Or
We
what
can't
do you
hear
work at?
yeah, you're breaking up, Andy.
We heard bit working.
Testing. Anything?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you
I was
you
wondering
broke
what you
up.
work at.
What do I work at?
Again? Yeah.
I'm a caregiver.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been doing caregiving for 27 years, Andy.
That's what my mother did.
Yeah. Yeah, I've worked in oncology offices. I've worked in every hospital in town. I've worked in every nursing home in town. I've been a manager of adult care homes, 5 at one time, once. What else have I done? I've done home health. Worked in 2 different oncology offices, actually. And finally decided that I loved taking care of people in their homes one-on-one. And so that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years.
Good for you. That's what my
Yeah.
mother did before she passed away. She was she called it a home nurse, but
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, my wife, my daughter, my granddaughter all work at the hospital in the nutritional services department.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's a good place to work. Yeah, I worked in facilities, I worked in offices, I worked here, I worked there, and just really narrowed it down to I don't want to be the manager anymore, and I don't really want anybody over me. I just want to go out in my day, go to people's homes, take care of what they need to taken care of, and go back home to my home. And
If you're doing something you love and you feel you're making a difference, it's not a job anymore.
That's the way it feels.
It's
Yeah.
a passion.
Yep.
You actually care for them.
Yes.
I do. I
And
treat
there's nothing better in life than having that.
right.
There's
Yeah.
so many people that hate their job.
I know it. I know it. And I don't mind at all. Where I live is a retirement community. So, hello, I got plenty of people to take care of, you know?
Yeah.
And I only take care of 1 to 2 at a time throughout the week, a couple hours here and there, because I really like being available for my child. So,
How old's your little one?
she's 15.
Okay. Nice age.
Yeah. Yeah, she just turned 15. So she's in her freshman year of high school. And I like to be available. I take her to the bus stop in the mornings. I pick her up in the afternoons. I take her to her art functions. I take her wherever she needs to go. And that way I can work and still be available for her. And it's a really nice schedule. So,
That sounds perfect.
yeah, it is. Good night, Gary. Good night, Gary. Good night to you and Carmen. I hope she's feeling better when she fell on her tailbone the other day.
Oh, was Gary here? Oh, there's Gary. Hi,
Yeah, Gary's down there with Big Rig.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fooling people. But yeah,
I drove truck for 17 years in the middle of everything too, and I was watching Gary the other night driving in that snow.
uh-huh.
I do not miss that at all.
I wouldn't. That was a little hair raising, to say the least. So yeah, I was worried about Gary, but he did great.
Well, I'm
He
glad
really
he
did.
pulled into that truck stop and said enough.
Yeah.
I was glad about that.
Yeah, definitely. Enough is enough. Sometimes you just have to. So I didn't know you drove truck, Andy. Cool.
I've done everything.
I gotcha.
Sounds like me. I love
Well, that's
watching
why I
those.
have the physical problems I have. I actually broke my back when I was driving truck.
Uh-huh.
I went off the back of a flatbed. It was icy, and I
Uh-huh.
went down between the flatbed and the dock and hit my back twice on the way down.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oof.
wow.
So I didn't
That's
walk. I didn't walk much for about a year,
Right.
and now that that's 20 years ago. Now it's catching up with me.
I'm just
will.
barely starting to walk again. I broke my back too in construction. I was actually building my chicken coop, and the roof that I was attaching to it, it completely fell off and landed on me while I was on the ground. Underneath of it, I was attaching the ramp, and it came down on me. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It kind of changes your life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to have a
Yeah.
nurse that would come in and help me clean and stuff like that, but like after 3 of them and all 3 of them stealing from me, I don't I don't have anybody anymore. But I am able to walk around and do some things for myself now. I'm able to do some things, but I can't walk for more than 5 minutes.
Gary, if you want the ice cream, it's buried in the snowbank out front. Good luck finding it.
I had three compression fractures in my middle of my back from truck, and messed my back up several times. Had back surgery.
I've never had any surgery.
Yeah,
It's the
me-
herniated disc and nerve problems at the base of my back now that are the problem.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was L3, but I'm doing good. Yeah, I was hauling 5-gallon Cokes, and somebody put a hand truck on the back, and I opened it up, and it come out, hit me in the face, and knocked me off the truck
Mm.
onto my back. So yeah,
Yeah, I've got 4 compressed discs and 1 that is fractured, and I have something called degenerative disc disease.
Yep.
So it's not good.
no, not at all.
Yeah, I have osteoporosis. What the hell were the other ones?
Well, I'm only 42
they get-
years old, so
They
I
gave me a
can't-
whole list of
I don't
things.
have
that-
that yet.
Yep.
Once I get into my 60s, I'm really going to be bad.
I just turned 60.
I mean, I'm 42,
Thanks a lot,
and
buddy.
I'm 42, and I feel like I'm dying. So, yeah.
If I
Get
could
up,
if I could take some weight off again, I'm sure all of me would feel better. But the more you do, the more you hurt, so you do less. It's
Yep.
a vicious circle.
Yep.
You had
And
to
they
just
want me to
roll out of the bed-
exercise.
roll out of the bed every day and take each step at a time.
Roll out of bed, try and stand up, listen to everything creak for about 30 seconds, and then limp off to the bathroom.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that.
I
We should
roll
we should have a club, the Grumpy Old Bastards Club. We meet on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I roll out of my bed and roll straight to
I
the
think they made a
computer.
movie about
Then I
that.
roll into the shower, and then I roll back to the computer, and I sit at the
Yeah.
computer all day.
Yeah,
I didn't know any of that about you, Game Dev.
Oh, there's a lot more that you don't know about me that not many people know about me.
No, I never tell anybody anything. My
There's a lot of
neighbors don't know
people-
any of this because I just don't tell them about it. You guys are
Oh.
better friends than most of
No.
the people that live around me.
Yeah,
Wow.
same.
I can bitch and complain to you guys all you want. You can just mute me or kick me off.
Right.
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 Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
There's
Game.
different extents. There's different extents, and we're all in danger of, hitting an extent. Unfortunately.
Yeah. That's
More
true.
snow, Gary?
Darn snow.
Uh-oh.
Is
It's
he
not
getting more?
snowing there again, is it? You guys got enough. Janice.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of different things. In my youngest years, in my teens, I worked in construction until I was about 25. Then I went to college, became a nurse's aide,
Mhm.
Worked in a nursing home for a few years. Couldn't hack that. Seeing everybody die all the time, it kind of just destroyed me. So then
Yeah.
I decided to go into engineering, went for that, and then I think I was 32 when I did that,
Uh-huh.
and then my school shut down, and I've been doing game development ever since. So
Good for you.
Ah,
that and website design and stuff like that. I've been doing programming ever since I was a kid. So, but that's, yeah,
well, it's a good thing you have that to fall back on.
yeah, true.
You know, you've needed it, obviously. So that's a good thing. It's just unfortunate that you're physically. Yeah, I really didn't know that. I'm sorry about that. Not that I have to be, but yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware of that. So,
Yep, that's one reason that I'm going back towards east. Got
gotcha.
actual family out there. Well, not really family. I got my mom and my friend Mike. That's about it.
Uh-huh. But
Where
that's
goes
more
the
than you
east?
have where you're at. So,
You can look at a lot of people and never know what's wrong with them, and they've got several, problems that you would never know by just looking at them.
yeah.
That's why we need to have compassion for everybody.
Yeah, that's true, Carrie. It's very true.
Janice, I feel you there. Janice says they're in a wheelchair. I feel like I should be in a wheelchair. How much my back hurts.
Tell me about it. Some days I want one.
Yeah, me too. Like I've got a wheelchair. I mean, it's not a wheelchair, but it's a chair with wheels on it, and that's I kind of wheel myself around when I have to sweep my floors.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
I just want to grab one of those motorized carts at Costco one of these days and take that puppy for a tour.
Yeah.
Just take it home with you.
Hey,
Yeah, really.
I've been doing that going into stores.
Whenever I used to go grocery shopping, I had to use one.
No, I refuse. I keep walking as long as I can walk.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what my mom and dad say too. Use it or lose it. They
If I
are
got-
70, 73
Well, you
and 71. And they still have their own garden out back and they
Perfect.
keep themselves going. So, yeah,
Yeah.
they move every day. They're constantly doing something. My dad's always in his garage. He builds stuff with wood. He's a woodworker. So they have the garden and then my dad's in the garage. So they're constantly busy.
That is so true.
Yeah, it is. As long as you keep moving, you're good.
You see people that go into these scooters and everything, and they can't stay out of the scooter.
Hmm.
Basically crippled by it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Like I'm almost 53 and I can still get down on the floor and I can get myself back up. So as long as I can do that, I consider myself to be doing pretty good. You know?
Yep. I'm 73 in the same way.
Oh, you're the same age as my mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Same age as my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is. keep
I lost
thinking,
mom 20 years ago this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She was only 65
Oh, young. She went young.
when she passed. Bit too young.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just lost my dad 2 years ago. He was 60.
Oh, even
Oh,
younger.
wow. Wow. Lost dad 3 years ago and he was 86. He had a good run.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
he was 55. I'm wrong.
Oh,
55.
He was
Wow.
55 when he died. Yeah.
my goodness, gang.
I was caregiver for my mom and my dad and my brother, and they all died within 2 months. 94, 90, and he was 50 something.
Oh, that's a hard time right there, Gary.
Yeah,
Carrie, excuse me.
that's all right.
I
Gary,
lost,
Terry, Jerry, Larry.
right? I've lost all of my grandparents now. My last set of grandparents passed away 2 years ago and 3 years ago. They were 94 and 95. And I lost my boyfriend, my long-term boyfriend, not quite 2 years ago, and he was 53.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. He, we woke up Easter morning, and he didn't. So, about almost 2 years ago, Easter will be 2 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, that was not a lot of fun. I'll just say
Well,
that.
you've always got friends on here to talk to.
I do, and I appreciate that. And I've got my daughter, and I mean, she's so young. She's 15, so she's got her whole life ahead of her. So that's why I concentrate on her.
I'm sure she's matured a lot, even at that age. Just going through what she has and seeing what you've gone through.
You're right, Andy. She's quite mature, actually. She's her father is 6 years older than I am, so she's always been raised by adults, and she holds adult conversations and gets along more with adults. And she's got friends at school, but she'd rather come home and talk to us. And so
That's how I was. I was.
Yeah,
the same
my
way.
my daughter's always been the same way.
yeah.
Yep.
She
When
just
I was 15, 16, I was hanging out with people that 40, 50 years old.
Yeah, that's the way she is, and she just prefers it. And sometimes she comes home and she's just shaking her head, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "The other kids, Mom. They're just so dumb." I'm like, "Oh my God."
Yep.
But what she doesn't get in school for an education, which is not much and not like I learned, we help fill in. We teach her all the time.
That's the
She'll
same way with my stepdaughter and the grandkids. With the education system shutting down here like it did, she never let the kids stop. She helped them with all their online schooling and supplemented it an awful lot because it was pretty thin, and the kids did damn well.
Exactly.
And she's a single mother raising 3,
Okay.
so she did a damn good job.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I did that with my granddaughters, and
Mhm.
brought them extra along with it because they don't even have to learn their multiplication tables or anything anymore. As long as they have a phone or calculator, they're good.
Oh.
It's sad how the schools are.
You remember when we were in school and they said, "Learn your multiplication tables. You won't have a calculator to do everything."
Right?
Well, guess what? They do.
They do. That's what they use. Then they use it in the class.
And they can't make change for $1.
No,
I know it.
No,
I know
they can't hand back change at all.
No, they
If
can't.
that computer didn't tell them what the change was, they'd be lost.
You know what shocked me? They can't read an analog clock.
No, no. Well, mine can.
I'm still working on my daughter with that one. She'll look at a clock and she'll go, "Mom, I'm not sure what time that," because of where the hands are.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Really, honey? Small hands here, big hand always is the one that goes around." Yeah, she's working on it, and she can't write in cursive, which burns my ass. I'm sorry, but it does.
And
I was
forget
able to
about-
write. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Forget about the Roman numeral clock.
Right? They don't even know. No, they don't even know those.
No.
What are those? Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
Yep.
Look what
And
Faith
Kurt-
and Country just said. There's an app now. You can take a picture of a math problem and it gives you the answer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crap.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Oh wow, Faith and Country. Hi, sweetie.
Robert
you.
and I
Happy
Robert and
Friday.
I had a half-hour conversation one night because his granddaughter asked him for help with a math problem,
Uh-huh.
and he came up with an answer. And he said, "You do this one. You've got some education." So I did it, and I came up with a different answer.
Okay.
So I started researching. You're familiar with order of operations for simple mathematical.
Equations, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you use exponents, brackets, all that stuff. It's
Yes.
different in the US than it is in Canada, believe it
Right.
or not.
Seriously?
The order of operations.
Well, that makes
Serious.
no sense.
Nope.
Why in the world would they do that? To confuse
And then she came up with, oh, if they said if you get both of those, you just pick whichever one comes first. So that way she came up with the same answer I did. But you shouldn't have something, well, if you got both, you use. No, the Canadian one is always right. It's it drove me crazy. It's simple mathematics, people.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, like right now, my daughter is taking freshman physics,
Mm-hmm.
and she's allowed to use a calculator. And I don't exactly appreciate that.
I don't have a problem with that in physics because you can be dealing with some pretty funky numbers.
True.
True.
Just tell her the
True.
first thing you learn in university physics is E equals MC squared, and you can't push on a rope. That's the only two things you need to know for physics.
You can push on a rope, but it ain't gonna do what you want.
That's the one line I remember from first year physics in university.
That's funny.
And then they spend 4 years teaching you that it's true.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's all right. I was just going to say she's struggling a little bit in the physics, but she thinks she's got it because it's more the teacher and how they teach
Yes.
rather
There-
than her understanding the concepts. So,
She has the luxury now of some amazing online tutorials that we didn't have when we went to school. There were no computers when I was in high school.
she told me about that, Andy, and I had no idea that they were on YouTube and stuff. But she told me that. She goes, "It's okay, Mom." She goes, "I can figure this stuff out." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh no, I've gone back just to see what's there, and it's amazing. Some of them are good, some of them are not,
Mhm.
but some of them are better than any teacher you're going to have in high school or university.
Yeah, she's found tutorials from college professors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then she gets it, and then she goes back in, turns her homework in, and it's all right, and she's so proud of herself. Well, she should be. She's doing the right thing, you know.
Yeah, whatever it takes for her to learn, and as long as she understands it, then she's
Yes,
going
she
to be
does.
fine.
Yes, she's got the concepts down. She really does. So,
When I went back to college at 45, I actually went and did a refresher math course because it had been so long. And I was proud of myself, and I got like perfect scores every calculus class.
nice.
Yep.
That's nice. 'Cause then you know you didn't lose it.
It makes you feel pretty damn good.
It would. Absolutely, it would. I agree.
Yeah, math was my worst subject. I did not do good in math at all.
Now, see, I didn't either.
Yeah,
Good.
I excelled more in like general sciences and stuff like that, and art and music.
Okay.
I can play a mean guitar and I can design you a house.
Nice.
When it comes to numbers, yeah, right. No, not gonna happen.
That's what my daughter does now. She was always very artistic, and she's an architect designer now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my daughter is an artist, and she's good at math, and she's good at science, good at music, good at a lot of those things. She has the different brain than I do
Mhm.
because I'm not good at math. I'm more domestic and people oriented than anything else, and I'm okay with that.
Never. That's a completely different skill set. You're an
It is.
expert at that. Somebody's an expert at something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need
and I like
everybody.
that. Yeah, I like that though. I like the
But-
fact that she's different than I am.
I
Really
grew up 60 miles from the Quebec border, and I can't speak 2 words of French.
Oh wow. Okay.
My sister's a university professor in French.
Okay.
You just got to
Gotcha.
remember one thing though.
Huh.
What one man can do, another can do. It might be easy for the other man, but you can do it. It's just going to be a lot harder for you to learn it.
That's true. That's true.
That's why nobody can be equal
Exactly.
Right. Right.
in anything.
Right. Well, like take me, I call myself domestic, but here I am learning all this tech stuff, and I've learned so much in the last couple of months with everybody helping me that I never would have gained this skill set of being able to operate all these platforms and go live and mess with Prism and do a StreamYard and all this kind of stuff. So I've really expanded my skill set recently, and I'm very appreciative of everybody. I didn't know I could learn this stuff, but I am.
It's pretty satisfying, isn't it?
It is.
I never owned a computer until I was 45 and went back to college.
Oh, wow.
And you never.
I couldn't send an email.
Okay.
And I ended up my career programming complex equipment and using complex programs.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
And you never can quit learning.
exactly, Carrie.
you know what I've done the last 2 years sitting on my ass at home on the computer? I'm
What?
learning languages.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
My-
I've picked up quite a bit of German and some
Mhm.
Spanish.
Nice. My daughter was teaching herself French. She, I forgot what app it was. Duolingo,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
And she's teaching herself French, and she was doing really well. And now that she's enrolled in high school, they don't have French classes at her high school, and she was a little irritated about that.
Oh, no.
But they have Spanish, and so she's in Spanish now. And at first, she struggled. She did not understand it, but now she speaks it. So she's got a really good teacher who's actually from Spain that's here now. And in Spain, they teach the kids very differently than they do here. So she's getting Spanish from Spain and Spanish that's spoken here too. She's getting both.
The worst thing about the way they teach languages in school is they want you to sit down and learn the verbs and the nouns and the sentence structure.
Uh-huh.
Start the first year learning to have a basic conversation.
Exactly.
Then when you can actually put a sentence together in your head, it's much simpler to sit down and analyze what it is you're looking at than if you don't even know what the words are you're supposed to be defining as a noun or a verb or an adjective. If you can sit down and put a basic conversation together,
Mm-hmm.
be it eloquent or not, you have a bit of a knowledge of the language.
Right?
You have to learn to think the language.
Exactly.
Not know it, but think.
That's what I've come up with in the last year of doing some German on chatting on different platforms.
That's
I don't have to translate it in my head anymore.
Mhm.
I
That's
don't
how
have
they,
to. I don't have to put it in the proper order. German's weird. The verb always comes at the end of a sentence.
Right.
Like I'm to the house going, so the verb is always at the end of the sentence, kind of thing. But you don't have to do it in your head anymore once you start getting a little bit more proficient with it. It just comes naturally. Then you can add more words in and more phrases into that.
Yeah.
In Europe, they teach English like that. They make them think in English. And they take it right along with their regular classes. So they know English. A lot of them know English as well as we do.
Mm-hmm. 13, Rick.
They can say hello and ask for the bathroom. Sounds about all they need to know, I guess. Poor Faith.
Oh, sure. Come with that too.
My Spanish I learned standing at the bar at a resort in Cuba.
There you go.
Yeah, never try your language in the country that you're trying to speak it.
Dos
I
cerveza,
tried.
por
They're gonna
favor.
make fun of you.
Actually, they don't. Thank you very much for speaking my language is what you get from a lot of them.
Right.
And then I ask them how to order something, and then I remember it the next time, and she goes, "Very good."
Yeah.
Brad TV's in the house.
I took 4 years of French and went to Paris, and yeah, it was a disaster.
Hmm.
I studied German in high school for two years, and again, they were teaching me this and that. My father's from Austria, and he took me over to visit his family that he had left at the time for 2 weeks to a small town where no one spoke English.
Oh, wow.
Pretty quick, pretty amazing how within a week you can go to a store and buy things.
Oh yeah.
When you're
Oh, yeah.
completely immersed in it, all those stupid words that you learned in German class that you didn't think meant anything, all of a sudden you could put them together in a semi-coherent sentence. was pretty proud of myself. But that's when I was 16, so I haven't used it in 40 plus years, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't blame you. That would have been pretty impressive too. That's for sure. Oh, hi, Fry.
How's it going? Is
Pretty
my mic
good.
hot?
We can hear you.
Does it
Buenas
sound too hot? Or
noches,
is it,
buenas noches, señor Fry. ¿Qué pasa?
what's happening, man? Man, I didn't know you were so sick. But yeah, I haven't seen you in a while on panels very much. So
Oh no, I was going to say I haven't had a cigarette since mid-December until somebody handed me one tonight. But
Oh no.
no, I was so sick I had to quit smoking. I couldn't breathe.
Wow.
Well, I
Wake
was
up in the
wanting
middle
to
of the
jump
night.
in when you
waking
were
up in the-
talking about all this stuff. I was wanting to jump in, but I was busy rendering that video for the station. But all these back issues can be improved. Not reversed, but improved. Trust me, because I have a major back injury myself being in a car accident. I was riding with somebody. They ran off a bridge. And long story short, therapy for a long time. Number 5L crushed lower lumbar. I ripped all my rotator cuff muscles on my right arm. Couldn't move my right arm for a long time. And all those problems have pretty much gone away. This was in '93, by the way. Within the last year, I was really having major knee and back problems. And when I started eating cleaner and high protein and high fat animal clean stuff and take out all the 3 white devils and the seed oils, guess what? My back doesn't bother me anymore. And I used to not even be able to take a shower without my back or my knee. I couldn't even put pressure on my knee or bend over to brush my teeth. It was that bad, the tingling, the pain, and all that stuff is going away because I'm cleaning up and my body has the proper proteins and building blocks to build itself back. And your liver can even build itself back. So if you eat clean and live clean and drink clean, your body can build itself back, just for everybody that's got some metabolic or back issues out there.
And you know where it shows most on you, Fry? You've hardened up. You've lost some weight. You've lost a bit of the softness you had, and you're a lot more muscular now. And that's going to take a lot of your pain away because you've got the muscles supporting everything.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen you in a month or two, and I looked at you and like, wow, you thinned down and you got harder, and that's the best thing for anyone physically.
yeah, and I hope to get even in better shape this summer. I've
Yeah,
kind of been.
me too. I can't
I've
even leave
lost
the
a little
house
bit of-
right now.
I've lost some muscle mass. Of course, it's winter time, but my goal is to be even more ripped by the end of this year than I was this time last year. You know.
Mhm.
Every,
yes.
every,
Back
little,
it up.
every little exercise helps.
Yep. I was able to do 5 pull-ups with a 55-pound anvil, and the video is on the internet. I did 2, and he was like, "Well, let's record this." I said, "Okay." I think maybe I said that. So he grabbed my phone, and I did 3 more after I did the first 2. So yeah, there was a small break between the 5, but just enough break to where I handed him the phone, and that's pretty good for a 52-year-old that weighs $140. You know.
No kidding.
Well, hey, I tell you what, I'm 70 pounds overweight, and I was able to do 1 pull-up.
Not bad.
That's not
you,
bad.
You
It's a
definitely
start.
got me bad.
That's
You
not
got me
bad.
beat.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, one
and
good
pull-ups are
thing
good
that-
for your back too. Game Dev.
Yeah, I
One big
know.
thing, if you can't do a lot of exercise, when you go to the bathroom, go against the sink with your hands and do like a little push-up. Do about
Yep.
10 push-ups against the sink. It'll help your back tremendously.
I've got a hand that looks like that, so I can't do a lot with my left hand.
Uh-huh.
Do you see
Oh.
it in my?
Can you still hold on with it though?
Oh yeah, but I can't do any major lifting. There's a plate and 16 screws holding my hand together, my wrist together.
I'm talking about putting pressure on your back. You know, kind of like a push up, but not a push up.
Yep. Yep.
It helps big time with your back.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool X-ray to show some people when they, what the hell did you do to your hand?
Oh,
Jeez.
And they left it all in there.
no.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You've got all your metal. I broke my ankle, my right ankle, when I was 16. I broke both of the major bones in my ankle, and I had a plate on one side with 7 screws, and on the inside of my ankle, I had 5 screws. And exactly 8 weeks later, I went back into surgery because they took it all out.
You see it move there?
Yep, I see it. I kept my hardware for a long time because I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I would too. Make jewelry out of it.
Yeah, I had it for a long time. I wanted to keep it, and they kept it for me. That was cool. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was the very
my
first
wife
concert
was there.
I ever went to.
My wife had a titanium plate put in her neck.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah, I should say so.
I get a kick out of going through the metal detectors at the airport.
Uh huh.
Not in foreign countries. Leaving Canada. Don't move, sir. Don't move. We're going to hand scan you. I'm leaving the country. What are you worried about?
Exactly.
Did they give you paperwork?
No. And then I get to
No.
Cuba, or I get to Mexico, or I get to the Dominican, and they don't even notice me.
You don't have to carry a card with you?
No.
Oh, wow. My
They,
dad.
they never gave me anything.
They
Wow.
had to have a card.
Yeah, my dad too, Carrie. My dad broke his hip about 2 years ago. He retired from waste management, garbage services, and he fell off of his truck onto the ice one time, and he broke his hip. And he crawled himself back up in the truck and drove back to the yard. I don't know how he did it. Yeah, my dad is. Yeah. Anyway, he's awesome. But he had to have his hip replaced, of course. And so now he carries around this cute little card. So whenever he goes to the airport, he just shows them, is like, look, I'm going to beep. Boom. There you go. And they're like, cool. And they let him through, and it's no big deal.
Yeah, I did that when I fractured my back. I drove to the hospital.
See? Yeah. And I don't know what it is about you men. You guys are so tough.
I didn't even go to the hospital.
Really?
I laid out in my backyard for about 12 hours. And then eventually I crawled inside and I just laid in bed for a week. Then I eventually
wow.
went to the hospital.
Oh my gosh, Game Dog. Woo. Okay. Wow.
Funny thing is that the emergency room told me I could go, and I started to walk out the door, and they stopped me and put me flat on my back.
Uh-huh. Excuse me. Wow.
So I know I'm late to a lot of this, but when y'all were talking about math and clocks and stuff, for somebody that I can read clocks, by the way, and write cursive. I'll be 52 shortly, so that's not an issue. But when it comes to math, because I have the worst major case of brain damage, people call it dyslexia. Our brains are just wired different if we can't do that kind of stuff. So I don't have a problem with calculators, because if I couldn't use a calculator, I would be in trouble. And you don't want me doing your accounting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the same thing to you I said to Cactus. It's not something you can do a lot of things other people can't. That's just something you can't do. That doesn't make you disabled or less able. You just got different abilities. Everybody has different abilities. I'm so sick of all these people giving themselves a crutch. Well, I have this and I have, well, what can you do that you're good at? Focus on that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And
I
you're
just
going to be
wanted-
much happier in life if you focus on that.
Right. I run with the
Yeah.
positives in my life,
And
because the negatives are definitely something that can hold me back. So I don't even
Yeah.
mess with those. But
And just-
being able to do math doesn't create common sense and creativity. Just because you're good at adding and subtracting doesn't mean you have common sense. That's my point. You can be dyslexic and have common sense, is what I'm getting at.
Just doing what you're doing right now is fantastic.
Being able to do math is not a sign of intelligence. It's just that you understand the order of operations and how things go together. That doesn't mean you're smarter than anyone else.
Right.
You're not designing a new equation.
Yeah, exactly.
You just understand what someone has done before you. It's like every other science.
Hmm.
There's always going to be somebody that knows more.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the smartest one in the room, but I do like to question things, and that's what I love is to research things and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's one thing I make sure that my daughter understands is that I make sure that I tell her what I learned that day. It's like, oh, honey, by the way, I learned this today. And she's like, really, Mom? Yep, I learned that. So she knows that I'm still constantly learning too. You know, I am an example for her and I do my best. So, yeah, so she's constantly learning. It's good for you to learn, keep your brain going.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm doing what I'm doing, studying languages and whatever else I learn. Just watching stupid YouTube videos, you can learn things. I've been watching a lot of archaeology videos
Nice.
because it's always interested me.
Me
I've
too.
learned so much about the Roman Empire and just what man has done over the different periods of history. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always amazed at people that have the ability to repeat lyrics, because I'm starting to play with music now, and I've wrote this song, and I can't even remember my own song. So that's the problem. I don't have the short-term memory to be a parrot, to repeat.
I don't either.
And it's
I can
the most-
still quote Shakespeare's soliloquies from grade 12, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, and see,
Oh
I
yeah,
can
things back then. Yeah.
I don't know my own passwords. I have to write them down.
Some things I can, but most things I can't. If I fall asleep, it's gone.
Yeah, my short-term memory is screwed up too, Fry. Like, I'll be mid-sentence and I'll forget what I'm talking about. But then 2-3 weeks from now, I'll remember exactly what all was said. It's weird.
My wife and I have a joint case of that because we'll be in the car and she'll jump back into the middle of a conversation in the middle of a sentence from 3 weeks ago, and I don't know exactly what she's talking about. And we just continue the conversation. It's strange.
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, I'm amazed how people can just remember lyrics. People that do street performing and rappers and singers, songwriters, that to me is magical that you can remember that and say it without missing a word.
Just takes practice.
And I think again, it has to mean something to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some
Yeah.
people it comes
It's like learning your favorite poem from high school, and if you put it into music, it would make even that much more sense to you.
Yeah.
Good music is a poem. It's just the sentence structure and everything's there to make it repetitive, to make it rhythmic, and it's even easier to learn it that way because you can get a cadence to it as you repeat it. That's the same as song lyrics.
That is so true.
Yeah, that is true.
And my grandkids get a kick out of me because I'll be talking to them and I'll start singing it. They say, "Why do you sing everything, Papa?" And that way I'll remember it.
So you don't want to come up and help me, Fry, with every year I get volunteer to do everyone's income taxes. I got a stack of 6 people's tax information sitting in front of me.
No.
No, thank you.
I'm the guy that gets to do them every year.
You want to hear my story about taxes?
No,
I'll keep
No.
it short.
because your tax system is completely different than the Canadian one.
Well, here in the U.S., if you make under $12,500 a year, you don't need to file. So I make it a point because I am my property's paid for, and I just have my normal bills. I make sure that the radio station doesn't pay me more than that a year, and I have to do my best to make ends meet with that money, just so I don't have to mess with the IRS. That's the only reason.
I don't blame you.
That's pretty screwed up because that's how much I'm living on.
Yeah, I live on around 10 grand a year. Yeah.
I am too.
What in the world?
Well, this will be my first year doing taxes where I did not have an income. So we'll see how it works out for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it was different, then I would actually pursue. When I had my own business, I made some good money, but then the IRS came after me, and then the state taxes. I had to file quarterly taxes with my own business. Then I had the IRS coming after me, so it didn't pay for me to go out and hustle. I could make $10,000 in a weekend doing structured cabling and taking a business down and redoing their cabling and bring them back up before Monday. I'd have 5 or 6 guys helping me out. And my cell phone bill back then with Nextel was $800 a month back when I had my own business. And I was just hitting the streets and making the money. But then the IRS came after me. And then I got in trouble with them. And then the state quarterly taxes, it was a nightmare because you had to file every quarter. And then I had to have somebody do that for me because I didn't want to mess with those numbers. So I spent more time doing quotes, bids, doing payroll and all that crap than I could, then I didn't have any time for my personal life. So running your own business, yeah, you can make a lot of money, but then it's not very fun.
My daughter at 32 just shut down her business and took a job working for someone else. She had her own design business where she did all her own quotes, applying for all the government permits, submitting all the taxes to the federal and provincial governments. And she said, I'm spending more time a week doing paperwork for the government than I am working for my customers.
Yep, exactly. And that's where I was at.
So she said, piss on it. She took a job working for another company who was absolutely thrilled with the knowledge she has and all the different licenses and permits that she has, including being allowed to do electrical schematics, heating and ventilation, structural. She's licensed to do all the blueprints. So they offered her basically a ridiculous amount of money and gave her a company car.
Nice.
So she's quite happy.
I would be too.
She was home for holidays and she's sitting here on the couch with her laptop working on plans. Well, she's on holidays here in Ontario. I'd say, no.
Stop.
Take a break.
Y'all were talking about AutoCAD. I went to ACC College to get trained on AutoCAD back in 1999, and that's when AutoCAD 2000 came out, which was a big shift between the one before that. And I used to have this huge plotter in my office. So my thing for AutoCAD, what I would have to do is I take all the plans for all these high-rise buildings and all the network jacks and the build-outs for the network rooms and the MDFs and the IDFs. I would have to put that all to scale on these floor plans and then, submit that, and then those would be plotted out and those would go out in the field. That was just one of the things I was doing.
Yeah, I did that for industrial wiring schematics.
So, and the thing that got me because of my dyslexia was scaling. I could do everything perfect in AutoCAD, but when it came to scaling text, that's where my head was just spinning. So that's the biggest thing I had a problem with, because when you scale text, everything is to size to scale on AutoCAD. So you have to do your text would have to be 10 feet tall or whatever you're doing the scaling in AutoCAD whenever you have something that you have to write on with the plotter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing that really got me is the math of that.
Rick is so funny.
Yeah, my daughter was showing me some of the design programs she's working with that are the latest in AutoCAD and other designs, and it's like that's not an AutoCAD drawing. That's artwork. Like you're doing a room design in 3D, and you've got light coming out of the pot lights in the ceiling. It's to that detail. You can see the grain and the cabinet doors and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
these design programs are so advanced from what I learned.
Yeah, the AutoCAD I worked with was 2D. It's two-dimensional. It was for floor plans.
That's basically all I did.
Yeah, but it's a very powerful program down to the
What did you
zero
say?
zeros. The scaling on AutoCAD was so
A lot.
precision.
No,
Yeah.
about when you cussed.
The
Oh, he
funnest
says
part.
that.
Sorry.
I muted him. Go ahead.
The funnest thing I ever had with AutoCAD was on Valentine's Day. I plotted out this huge picture of the person I was with at the time, and it was with the heart and everything. And I did all this stuff inside of AutoCAD, and I had this huge plotter in my office. It would take up half the room. This thing was probably, I don't know, 6 feet wide. I can't remember. And
That's
I
about
plotted out
right.
this
Yep.
huge poster, and that was a good surprise. So yeah, that was a winning gift. They didn't know about that at work, by the way, so I just outed myself.
Who do I call to report you?
You can call IES,
Okay, I'll get right on that.
Integrated Electrical Services. Yep. They're based out of Austin, Texas.
I'm sorry, gang. I was talking to my son.
Hello, Chaplain.
Well, I was talking to my son. I couldn't turn that phone call down, so
That's all right. I muted you and then I unmuted you. You're good. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I need to go refill my ice water. I'll be right back.
you too.
Yes, it's time for a drink.
So, did anybody catch the music video that I launched this morning?
Yes, I did.
Well, I took it down immediately when I discovered that the render was bad. So, right after the video premiered, I took it down because the whole thing, the timing was messed up. So when in my software, somehow my rendering got jacked up. So I gotta fix my timing for the beats. So I'm gonna spend some time fixing that. And I'm not gonna do a compilation like I used to. Here's the story. I'm starting to get into music, and I made all these different songs with different software, and I was just kind of losing them. And I was losing them on this device. I had one on a tablet, one on a phone, one on this computer, one on that computer, because I'm making them when I have time. So I figured, okay, I'm never going to do anything with these songs, so I'm going to put them all in one compilation music video with this AI art that I've been generating. Well, that was a big mistake because that made a 13-minute video to where now you have all these little separate keyframes for all these different pictures, and the program just said, "What are you doing? This is over the top. You know, I'm not used to dealing with this."
I voted yes on the extra channel, by the way, Fry.
Oh, yes. Okay. Extra channel. Okay. And
I saw-
I would like your thoughts on that. Why and why would you say I need an extra channel for that?
Just so I can click on something if I'm interested in watching some music and the digital effects.
Gotcha. And it's not like lost in my other stuff, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I can separate it. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, would a person? Here's another mental exercise. Do you think if I put music on my regular channel, which I'm probably not going to, because most people have said start a new channel, do you think people would unsubscribe?
I don't think they'd unsubscribe. They just might not watch that video.
But they might watch it more if it was on a separate channel, is what you're saying.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They might watch it on your regular channel because it's there, but they might also go looking for it. Oh, Fry put another music video. I'll put that on while I'm having my coffee, kind of thing, right? It's a completely different kind of format, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a different mood you're going to be in to watch this video compared to that video.
You know,
And
prior to my end, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I saw part of it and I was quite impressed.
I got a
30% of the
question.
time, 30% of the timing was correct, and 70 was off on the beats. So it was a nightmare to me. I was actually wanting to stop the premiere right as soon as it started, as soon as I saw it messing up. So
So I got a question for you. Does it work on your computer? The sound and all is good before you upload it, right?
yeah, here's what happened. When I was doing my beats, I bumped the scale, the music scale over when I was working it, and I didn't realize it until I had rendered. So what that did is that threw me up because it was 6 songs. So when I shifted one, it threw off all the other ones, and then everything else, when I started doing the keyframing and I didn't lock my tracks, messed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure and lock my tracks this time, do one song at a time, and I'm going to do probably this whole video just to get it done as a compilation, and once I get it fixed. And then the next ones I do are just going to be one song only. So as I was editing it, it looked correct, but as I started working through my timeline, that's when I had screwed it up because I accidentally had moved the song or the whole timeline. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But what I was going to say is when I first started using YouTube, when I was uploading videos, like every 4th or 5th one that I would upload, the audio would be completely off compared to the video. And you would see me talking and it would be silence. And then I would go back to silence and you would hear me talking. YouTube has a really bad issue with syncing audio sometimes. I don't know what the problem with it is.
I hope that doesn't happen.
I've noticed that a lot here.
Cactus, you're on the same page I am with all this stuff. We're happy to be able to do a stream, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely.
I have technical knowledge in other areas, not on the stuff Fry's talking about.
No, not at all. But that's
I was
okay.
actually a professional commercial editor, TV commercial editor in one of my professions. So,
Well, I know what you did, yeah.
So infomercial stuff, I've done all that fun stuff. So I've had the big systems. This was before high definition TV. This was back when it was tube television for the most part. So all my gear is old, but I still have all my equipment. Just the card alone for rendering real-time transitions was like $1,200 to $1,500 or more. It was a Canopius card back in the day. That was like the cream of the crop, like with Avid, all those guys. And the computer that I built back in the day was $1,800, and this was early 90s. So yeah, I had a pretty good setup.
And you're your own worst critic.
Yes, I am, but I'm also an artist, and as I learned today, I should never rush my art because here's the thing: I had all this creative constipation because I had this video project that had to get out for the radio station that I've been putting off, and I finally finished it about 30 minutes ago, and now I can kind of really focus on my fun art stuff and not feel like I'm being rushed. And that's what I was doing last night. I was like, okay, I'll get this out and get that video project done. Then I can go to my vocals because my dream is to be able to be a vocalist, to be able to sing and to the songs that I create. So that's what I want to do. I want to be able to sing and not hurt anybody's eardrums.
Well, I tell you what, I've been doing that since I was a teenager, and I still suck at it.
I sing in the truck only when I'm alone.
Well, I sing every morning. Been doing that for a long time just to keep my vocal range what it is. And I probably spend about 35 minutes a morning singing now. And it's
good.
fun.
That's good.
And it's actually healthy for you to sing, by the way.
Clears your lungs out.
Yep, it activates stuff in your body that's kind of asleep. And it gets your circulation going. Your breathing patterns are erratic and changed. And you get into a deeper breathing when you sing. It's all around help. Look at Willie Nelson. Look at that guy. He's been singing his whole life.
Maybe I didn't love you.
Yep.
And
How about you?
smoking.
How about you? How about you, Cactus? What do you do for hobbies?
Drag racing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I watch movies. I go to antique stores, classic car shows, anything to do with cars, pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, and drag racing.
We used to go to there's a drag strip about 40 minutes west of us. We go up once in a while.
Nice.
I used to know all the guys that had cars up there. It was fun.
Yeah.
We have Gator Nationals coming up here.
Oh yeah.
I never get down to the States.
Yeah.
And we have a dirt track, an hour the other direction, which is fun to go to on Saturday nights.
Yeah, about half an hour from me is a circle track, dirt track, and then a quarter mile drag strip. And then about 2 hours just outside of Phoenix and Chandler is a bigger national drag strip. And we're going there the end of, the end of March. It'll be the last race that they're having at that drag strip. The Indian reservation owns that drag strip, and they have decided that retail makes more money than the drag strip does. So that's the last race. My parents are flying down from Washington State, and we're all going to go.
Nice.
Yeah. So really looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's my passion, Andy, is cars. Believe it or
Nice.
not.
Nice.
I don't like football. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch baseball. I don't hockey, anything. I don't do sports except for drag racing. That is my absolute. So yeah.
I think your latest passion is doing the morning sunrise streams.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
I'm never up for it.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah, I love doing my sunrise streams. That is.
Well, I'm lazy, and with the time change, I'm never up in time to see your morning streams.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Andy, I'm gonna red tag you on that. I was up till 3 something in the morning doing that video editing, and I get up. I was in your sunrise stream at least by 7:30.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So step it up a
For
notch.
I was up at the crack. I was up at the crack of noon. Leave me alone.
Crack of noon.
The crack of noon Eastern Standard Time.
I stay up to 3 o'clock. I watch Aruba, and then I watch Red, and then I take a nap.
That's
I need
cool.
to start doing the nap thing.
Right.
All right, this is for you, game dev. So this is the editor that I use. It's Filmora. I used to be in a Adobe Premiere shop, but when they went to the Creative Cloud and make you pay $50 a month, I said to hell with that. So
Pathetic.
yeah, so I switched to Filmora, which is clunky as far as my workflow because the keystrokes are not the same. So I'm still not as efficient as I used to be. I used to be able to do this stuff in my sleep, but now with Filmora, it's kind of like driving a vehicle with, I don't know, looking through the rearview mirror with one of your hands tied behind your back and one of your eyes closed is the way I feel. But
Can you click
nothing can go
solo
wrong.
on him?
What's that?
I'm talking to Red. Red, can you click solo on him? There's a little square button on his icon down at the bottom. It says solo. That way we can see what he's doing. There we go.
There we go.
I was just going to show you a quick, this is that video that I premiered this morning. So this is what it took just to do that one video that's 13 minutes long. And you can see all the different, on this one timeline, like let me see if I'm on the right screen. See right here, that's all the photos. And all those have to be perfectly timed with the beat of the music. So what you have to do is you have to go into each one of these and zoom in. This is how far you have to zoom in. It'll keep zooming in, you keep zooming in, and you keep zooming in. And then you do like that. And I'm going to pull up the audio of the computer just real quick. So you have to come over here and you got to go to each one of the beats and you got to come over here. And here's what sucks about this program. It will not let me audio scrub like Adobe did. So I can't audio scrub and find the beat. I have to visually find it and play it back and start back over, play it back. I'm going to get on their ass to add audio scrubbing so I can do this beat matching with the keyframes and everything. But that's what it takes, and I spent probably 5 hours working on this video, and I got to redo the whole thing.
What program is that?
This is Filmora 12.
Filmora 12.
Yeah, and you can get it free. I think a trial version, and it's a lifetime license is like 60 or 70 bucks. But it's actually the best overall program for newbies, and it's okay for people that are seasoned professionals like me. I'm kind of getting used to the clunkiness of it, and it does have some great transitions and great effects. That's something I used to have to do in Adobe After Effects that I don't have to do anymore inside of Filmora, because that's the kind of a thing of the past. So I can do a lot of effects natively in this editor. But it's weak on the audio side. It doesn't do audio scrubbing, and that's where it just drives me nuts.
Years ago, I made a video of my brother. He had a Mustang. I had him jump in the Niagara Falls with it.
I hear an echo.
Sorry, that was me. Sorry, I had my sorry.
Rookie.
Yeah. No, I had to turn up the computer volume so you could hear me editing. I don't normally have it up, so it's not rookie. It's short-term memory.
It's fun
So
picking
I
on you
use-
though.
It's working.
I use something called Clipchamp. It came free with Windows.
Trying
Wow.
to keep things light, eh, Cactus?
It looks just like what you were doing there.
Yep,
A lot less on screen though.
Gotcha.
yep.
So if you want the best editor that is absolutely free, it's DaVinci Resolve. And they actually make hardware for TV and movie. Blackmagic is the company name, and they make the professional video editing software. And they are known for, whenever you watch a movie, a lot of movies are mastered in DaVinci Resolve because they do the coloring perfectly. They have a very powerful program to master the film. And DaVinci Resolve, if you want a free, very powerful, high learning curve video editing program, that's the one I recommend. If I ever move away from Filmora, I'm going to jump to DaVinci. The reason why I just keep using Filmora is because I don't want to go through another learning curve right now while I'm being creative, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I had the same issue with After Effects, like you were saying. That program is way too in depth. No, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't like After Effects at all, because it was so separate from Adobe when you're editing. It's like, why is this not built in? You know, it didn't make any sense. All right, that's enough with the tech talk there, Ed. So
Whoa, what was all
Hey.
that?
Look at it this way, Red.
Huh.
With all these tech guys around, you'll be a tech genius here soon.
I know. I'm soaking it all in.
well, again, it's a sausage fest on your panel. So
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's why I was trying to change the subject, Fry.
Just
Well,
a
I
little
guess-
practice and you can get it.
That's all right. I guess no women want to join the panel. That's cool.
No women.
It's whatever. It's whatever.
I don't see
You know, it's open. Yeah. There's hard. Well, there's 8 people. It says so. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, I'm thinking of shutting it down. To be honest with you, I'm tired.
I just got back on.
I'm tired, and yeah,
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you.
it has been fun. I appreciate you guys being on here, but I'm just tired. So, yeah.
Oh, look,
Maybe
a
I'll
River
go on.
Dive girl says, I'm listening, but you're not up here on panel.
Yeah.
Right. Come on.
No, I appreciate you, Ruba, being in the chat. That's fine. But I'm, like I said, I'm just tired. So
Yeah.
I am too.
I think I'm done.
I'm thinking about having a panel on Jesus Lives groups tomorrow, but I'll post it somehow.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll be there, Carrie.
Okay. I just had to figure out a good time.
Okay.
Anybody have any idea?
I know I'm going to be with family tomorrow. So, whatever time.
I'm not a preacher or minister or anything. I'm just trying to help people with their Christian living.
Right. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I try to do every day.
Well, like I said, Carrie, I won't. I probably won't be around because I'm gonna go visit family, and they live at least an hour away, and then I'll be with them for a while. So I don't know. I don't have a time suggestion. I will say.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Good night, my friends. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
I'll catch you tomorrow or the next day or whenever.
Sounds good. Thank you, Andy, so much.
Andy.
Later, Andy. Hey, Game
Have
Dev,
a
can
good
you
night.
can you put the name of that program you're talking about? I'd like to look at it. The one that's built into Windows or something.
Yeah, it's called Clip Champ.
Clip Champ.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's really, really simple to use. You can actually use it to upload directly to YouTube or other platforms and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, because I'm always looking for something to recommend to somebody that just wants to put a video together, for free.
Yeah, it gives you a whole bunch of transitions. It gives you like start screens, end screens, and a lot of extra video footage that you can just flop into your videos and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Gotcha.
It allows you to do text and a whole bunch of stuff that you can put on the screen. So it's got some pretty cool features.
Night,
and roll.
Aruba.
Well, this has been fun, Red. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Thank you,
Had a
guys.
good time.
Later.
Good
Love
panel.
y'all.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Seeing all of you.
Later, Chaplain. Later.
Good night,
Carrie.
everybody.
Game Dev.
Yep.
Everybody take
Good
care.
night, good to see you.
Yep. See ya.
Okay.
Don't forget to click end broadcast before you
Will
leave.
do. Will do.
Yep. Alrighty, I'll see you guys later.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, and by the way, when you end the broadcast, you can
Uh-huh.
still keep people in here and you can sit in here and talk and do things without being live too. Just so you know.
Right. Yeah, I do know that one.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew or not.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
All right, have a good night.
You
Love
too.
you. See you
Love you
guys
too.
later.
Bye bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.